So I'm reading this book. It's called Emotionally Healthy Spiritually. Such a good book. And I found this section to be so profound, and I'll start reading sections from this book. But in short, it talks about 10 top symptoms of emotionally unhealthy spiritually. So the first one that they talked about was using God to run from God. And I was like, wow, that is so profound. Using God to run from God. And the way people do this is that they use godly activities, Christian activities, as a way or an attempt to escape pain, right? It's good to read the Bible. It's good to do your daily devotions. But if you're doing it specifically only to escape the pain and not confronting the pain, you're using God to run from God. I said, wow, right? So how do you know that you're using God to run from God? These are the symptoms. You're doing God's work to satisfy yourself, not him. Like, wow. You do things in God's name he never asked you to do. You pray about God doing your will, not about surrendering to his will. You demonstrate Christian behavior so significant, people can think that you are well, that you are amazing. So you're doing it for prideful reasons. You focus on certain theological points out of concern for your fears and unresolved emotional issues rather than the concern for God's truth. You use biblical truth to judge and devalue others. You exaggerate your accomplishments for God to subtly compete with other people. You make pronouncements like, the Lord told me I should do this, when the truth is, you think the Lord told you you should do this. You use scriptures to justify the sinful parts of family relationships, cultural values, and national policies instead of evaluating them under God's lordship. You hide behind God talk, deflecting the spotlight from your inner cracks, and you become defensive about your failures. You apply biblical truth selectively to avoid anything that would require making significant life changes. So you don't want to do the changes within. You just use biblical truth to selectively avoid doing anything. I said, wow, this book is good, y'all. Get this book. But I'll probably do another one in a couple of days.